The other thing that people have been asking me questions about, and if you're in the football world, it comes up and it's important to talk about these things. And I hint about it every once in a while because I know most people who come to this channel probably want football content all the time. And so when football content is what I'm trying to offer, I try to make it fun, entertaining, whatever, exciting. But every once in a while, things are more complicated than just football, right? And so the Myles Garrett, Mason Rudolph thing is in the news right now, and I've gotten a handful of people asking me about it, students asking me about it. And so for me, it's one of those things that it's a great opportunity on a number of levels to teach a little bit. Now, the first thing is that, without knowing all elements of the truth here, it's a little irresponsible for me to paint the picture like I know every single fact, because I don't. I'll just tell you what I think is public, and then we go from there. But essentially, Myles Garrett getting suspended for a long time, hitting someone Mason Rudolph over the head with a helmet. To me, fortunate not to be in jail. It's a weapon. Any number of bad things could have happened. I've never seen it happen before, ever in my life. I've seen more fights on a football field than I can possibly remember. Never seen anything like that before. It was scary, terrifying, bad for football on many levels. What is SeatGeek? SeatGeek is a ticket platform that searches hundreds of other sites for you and brings ticket sellers together right here in one place. No more searching around wondering if you're going to get ripped off. Use the coupon code TheQBSchool and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. But the thing that's come out recently is this idea that Mason Rudolph said some sort of racial slur to Myles Garrett to instigate this process. And for me, I'm going to say a few things here. Unless there's proof or evidence, I'm not going to slander Mason Rudolph. But I will say that I heard crazy things on a football field. Crazy inappropriate things in tunnels going to games. Crazy inappropriate things all over the place when it came to NFL football, on the field, in the locker room, in the tunnel, fights after games, fights at practice, any number of craziness things. I've never seen anyone act like that and take a helmet and hit someone in the head. Now, the other thing that I want to make sure that I talk about real briefly is that the interview recently, I want to say it was on ESPN, where Myles Garrett came out and basically reasserted this idea that Mason Rudolph said some sort of racial slur to him. Now, there's 2 points in this. One, I want to say I'm really, really hesitant and tread lightly about ever victim blaming for anything. Anything. I walk on eggshells around that type of thing. So whenever you're going to come out and victim blame someone, and what I mean by that is Mason Rudolph is the victim. He got hit over the head with a helmet. So to say that he, some reason, deserved that, no matter what you say, however inappropriate, is probably not the road I want to go down. But I will say that if you come out and slander someone's name and call them, say that they use some derogatory term towards you, it felt like borderline inappropriate for ESPN not to allow Mason Rudolph to have an opportunity to say something. Now, I didn't watch the interview live. I don't know if it was live. I don't know anything about it other than the fact that you should have an opportunity to defend yourself. And so whether he sues him or there's some sort of litigation that comes after this, it seems like it would be in the best interest of everyone if they just let this thing, they move past it and kind of both grew together from it. And even that feels like a little victim blaming. But there's an opportunity for Myles Garrett to make this right on many different levels. I just don't know what. Now, at the same time, it's tough when you're doing this live because these are delicate things. At the same time, it's not okay to use the language that is being tossed around on any level by anyone, let alone a white dude on a football field. It's just not appropriate. It's not. Now, at the same time, I don't know if he said it or not, but I do want to say that I heard it many times, too many times, and probably wasn't strong enough at the time to say, hey, bro, not cool. Hey, this is not what we want to do. But I think we're past it. And there's some element of, for me, thinking to myself, this is an element of school, even if it's just a name in the quarterback school, there's got to be an element of me to be able to talk about these things and say, hey, we got to move past these type of things. We got to be better than this. We can't tolerate this. But at the same time, understanding that I don't want to blame the victim. But I do think that there are opportunities to learn from both sides. And so for all I know, there could be video evidence of him saying a racial slur that I just don't know about. I'm not going to say that I'm up on the TMZ element of this. But I do want to say that there are opportunities, in my opinion, at least for everybody to learn, both parties involved and all of us as fans. And so taking that opportunity to just say, hey, you know, I can empathize with both sides. I see both sides. But at the same time, you know, if you basically call someone a racist and say that they used a derogatory slur at you, I feel like there's a responsibility for at least allowing that person to speak or confront that accusation. So we'll go from there.